And then I want you to open your eyes to this truth though. 80% of people who successfully lose at least 10% of their body weight will gradually regain it to end up as large or even larger than they were before they even went on the diet. So I'm gonna let that sit right there and I want you to think on that. 80% of the people who lose their weight regain it and gain more. All right, so let's jump into this. Who am I? Why am I even here? Why am I qualified to talk to you all about this? I am Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game, where I help busy people like you find the balance of living a healthier lifestyle by providing meal plans and workouts that are quick yet effective. I am a certified personal trainer. I am a fitness nutrition specialist, and I am also a weight management specialist. So I deal with the whole shebang when it comes to our health and our fitness. I'm also an Army vet, who 63 Whiskey was my MOS. I was an all-wheel mechanic. I've also done figure competitions. I'm a wife of 19 years and a mother of two super duper cool dudes. My little fellas, I can't even call them little. They're 17 and almost 21. But because I am a wife and a mother, I know the struggles of maintaining healthy living while trying to maintain a household, while trying to maintain a family. There's a lot that goes into it, and I can relate to all of those things. I'm fortunate enough that I have been featured in a lot of different media outlets and partnerships. You see Bernetta Style, Happy Couples, Black and Married with Kids. I actually speak on their platform every Thursday, so I'll be back with them tomorrow. Vegan What had a partnership, preferred vendor with David's Bridal. So I've been able to do a lot of stuff, and I am very fortunate and thankful for all of those opportunities because I know they didn't have to come. So how did I get here, right? When I haven't always been in this fitness realm, right? Growing up, I was not the most athletic. I'm just going to be honest about it. I wanted to be an athlete, but it just really wasn't my zhuzh. But I wanted to be involved in sports in some type of way. And I told myself, you know what, I'm pretty smart. So my way of being involved with sports was to do the dorky stuff, like what was considered to be the dorky stuff. I was the bookkeeper, the scorekeeper, all of that good stuff. I didn't really start getting into being athletic until I joined the Army. That's when I first started running, started using my body to build muscles. And I liked it. I was like, okay, starting to get some guns, starting to get some muscle tone. Let's keep building on this. And then life happened. Get married, have some kids. And this picture that you see right here, I believe you all seen it before. A lot of you have. I was pregnant with my second son. This is 9 days before he was born. And after I had him, and I've been very transparent about this, I did not like my body post-baby at all. I couldn't understand why, excuse me, why I could not lose the weight. And like many people, I decided that I was going to do it the quick way. I was going to take fat burner pills. I was going to starve myself. I was going to do all of those things that I know are not healthy for me, but that was what I wanted to do because I did not like my body. So I just decided after a while that was not a good thing to do, and there had to be ways to make it easier and more long lasting and sustainable. So I started doing runs. I would do 5K, I did a 10 miler, and then I did a full marathon. And while that was cool, I knew I wanted to challenge my body a little bit more. And that's when I started I started my training for my figure competition. This is right before I stepped on the stage, scared as I don't know what to be on stage in my underdraws. I got second place in my category, which was really cool. I was pretty excited about that. But I did notice that for me, I was smaller than I wanted to be, so I gradually started putting on weight, but maintaining my muscle mass, my tone. And honestly, prior to the competition, people had already started asking me to train them, which I didn't think it could be a career at all because I was so stuck in corporate America. So I was just doing it as a side hustle. So and honestly, I wasn't even doing it as a hustle. I wasn't charging people. I was just doing it for free. And it took my husband to tell me, Chris, I think you've finally found your passion. You should make this a career out of it. But at the time, I didn't think anybody would pay me for it. I was like, who's going to pay for this? So I pushed it off to the side and I finally threw it out there. And I got my first handful of clients. And I knew that I was onto something when I received this feedback from one of my clients. She said, I went to a wedding this weekend and only wore stockings. It was nice not to need my Spanx. Team no Spanx. And reading that, and I read that text over and over and over again, and it just made me feel like, yep, this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. She gets it. It built that confidence. It wasn't about how much weight she lost. She just felt good. She has finally made that mindset shift to realize that she is good enough, that her body is good enough, and she felt confident because she knew she was making progress. And I was like, this is it. Because I don't want to focus on diets. I don't believe in diets at all. I believe in lifestyle shifts. Nothing is going to happen if it's temporary, because I just want to do a quick reminder that 80% of the people who successfully lose at least 10% of their body weight will gradually regain it. And they're going to end up larger anyway, right? So I don't want us to focus on that. Let's talk about lifestyle shifts overall. But for tonight, yes, we are going to talk about some of the more popular diet trends that are out there in these streets right now. And before I show you what they are, because I haven't quite released them, I want you all to take a quick guess for me. Let me know in the comments what you think would be the top, and I'll tell you there are three. Tell me what you think the top diet trends are that I will discuss tonight. Let me see what you think. And now my chat is hiding from me again. Oh no, I want to be able to talk to you. I see there's a lot more of you up in here. All right, so I see, I'll do it another way. Well, I guess I have to come back to these comments because we're going to rock and roll. So the top three diets, three of the most popular, I should say, that we're going to talk about. Two of them are just at the top. Everybody's talking about them still. And then the third one, I found it interesting because I have heard it make a little headway. So of course, we're talking about the keto diet, intermittent fasting, and the smart cleanse. So what can you expect as we go through this during our training tonight? You can expect that I'm going to give you the good. Yes, I am. But then I'm also going to give you the bad for each. And then we are going to discuss some things that are just flat out what the mess is happening up in here. All right? So that's, if y'all are ready for me, let me know, type in the comments that you are ready for this information, that I can get started giving y'all this information that y'all came here for today. Excuse me. And if you have it, drink your water. You should have your water. I see it. I see we ready. Hey, D, ready, ready, ready. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's get started with one of the most popular, probably the most popular, keto, the keto diet. Let's talk about the basics first before we get into the good, bad, or the ugly. And I'm drinking my water now, so I'm going to tell you to drink yours too. Drink, drink, drink. So the interesting thing about keto, people say keto, 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 and most people don't even really know what keto means, what it stands for. It's actually short for ketogenic. And what happens is that it puts the body in ketosis. What does that mean? Excuse me. That means that the body is using our fat storage to create energy as opposed to using sugar. So we all know that when we eat carbs, that's what gives us our sugar, which gives us our energy source, right? And that's why I always tell people, don't be afraid of carbs because you need them. However, in keto, the focus is more on the fat stores. So that's why it's a high fat diet, low protein, and low carb. So typically, when you're looking at the macros for keto, you're looking at anywhere between 70 to 80% fat, 20 to 25% protein, and 5 to 10% carbs. That's what will make up your daily diet. Okay. And I had to pause because I'm just providing information tonight, not providing any opinions, right? So let's talk about the good. And I know you all are probably like, Krista, how do you have good to say about keto? There are good things about them all, right? So the good thing about keto diet is that it does not focus on calorie count at all. And I know that a lot of people have struggled with that. They don't like to log their foods. They feel like they're too busy for it. They don't want to count the calories. They don't want to count points. They don't want to do any of that. They just want to be able to eat and still lose weight. So that's why one of the reasons why keto is a good thing for people who are looking for a way to modify their diets, right? But they don't want to count the calories, okay? So that's one benefit of it when we're looking at it from the lifestyle perspective. Now, when it comes to health, it could, and this is the thing, I have to put may in all caps because it's not absolutely proven that it does improve insulin levels, but that's the theory. But the thing about it is that is a short-term thing, and it's for type 2, right? So the thing is that keto can help people with type 2 diabetes because it allows the body to maintain glucose levels at a low but healthy level, right? Because there's a lower intake of carbs, so that is going to help to eliminate those large spikes in blood sugar, which will reduce the need for insulin. So that's why it's a good thing when it comes to the insulin, all right? And that's why that's when we talk about the low carb, it's helping to remove that because when you have foods like bread, rice, pasta, all of that good stuff, we typically use it as a main bodily source for energy, but our body needs insulin to help bring glucose from the blood into the cells for energy. So when a person has diabetes, not diabetes, it's not just one. Oh no, when they have diabetes, insulin is either not there or it just doesn't work right. So that is basically causing a problem with our body's ability to use the carbs like the average person would, not going to use them the same way, and in turn it causes that sugar to be high in the blood. So that's why it's an issue with that. So that's how it helps. Now the interesting thing that I found was that the keto diet was actually used and created. Oh, who drew on that? Did I draw on that? Where did that come from? I'm sorry if I did that. The keto diet was actually used to reduce seizures in children and help with their neurological setting. So, and it was just sort of they realized afterwards that people were losing weight from it. So that was interesting. All right, so that's the good. Y'all ready for the bad? I gave y'all the basics, gave you the good. And feel free to drop in the comments any questions. Well, hold on, we're gonna hold on questions, but any feedback you have as far as anything that's interesting, something you did know, something you didn't know. All right, so let's go on to this bad stuff. Even though, wow, Katrina, that was you who drew my slide. That's hilarious. I don't know how you did that. I've never seen it before. I was like, whoa, what just happened? Katrina, you trying to take notes? Oh, that's funny. All right, so the bad, even though they with keto is easier, the good is that you don't have to count calories. The thing is that it can still be difficult to follow. When you have to eat that much fat, even though a lot of people will have a high fat diet, there's still typically high carbs in that as well, high protein with that. So that's part of the issue with people sticking to it because, like I said, ketosis is a scientific medical thing. It's not it's not just a term. It's not something that's catchy. It is what happens when your body reaches a certain level and then it starts burning that fat, right? So if you are not hitting that level, all you're doing is eating fat, right? So you're eating fat, you haven't reached ketosis, so you're just gaining weight. So that's why it can be a little difficult to follow. And the problem, one of the biggest drawbacks is that it contains high amounts of saturated fat. Not just contains, it is encouraged. Encouraged. And we talked about saturated fats before. Saturated fats are those fats that are typically solid if they're not heated. That means that when it's going through your body, it's thick, it's sludge, it's hard for your body, your heart to pump it through. Because when you have too much saturated fat, that's going to cause cholesterol to build up in your arteries. And that's what raises that bad cholesterol, that LDL, right? And then when you have high LDL levels, that increases your risk for heart disease and stroke. And we talked about that. Those are things that we are trying to avoid, okay? So again, just presenting the information. It's funny, Patricia said, I don't even know what keto is. Good. Right, okay, Elizabeth said that her 5-year-old granddaughter follows a keto diet to prevent procedures. Awesome, okay. Oh my gosh, come on, Jack. Jack said, it's 1:25 here in the UK. Now I'm watching this from my bed. Oh, thank you. I love it, love it, love it. So we talked about the basics, the good, the bad, and y'all know what's next. You're like, what, it gets worse? It's time to talk about the ugly. The ugly is that it is nutrient deficient. Because you are focusing more on fats, you're not eating a balanced diet. So that means you're not getting all your vegetables, which means you're not getting all your fiber, you possibly not your iron, your calcium. When you're not getting your fiber and things like that, that leads to constipation, people. Nobody wants that. It clogs you up. If your diet is not balanced, your colon is not happy, it will lock up on you, period. No matter how much water you drink, period. It does not like it. It's not going to work, okay? And then on top of it, the keto diet could damage your liver because they're when you're following that diet, you're putting yourself at risk for the fatty liver disease, all right? So those are things to be mindful of, okay? And Elizabeth, when you said your 5-year-old granddaughter is following that, I don't know if it was recommended by a doctor, but typically it's with keto, it is a diet that has been recommended based on certain health issues to specific clients and monitored by the doctor to continue to monitor their levels. All right. So that is keto. Good, bad, and ugly. So if y'all ready for intermittent fasting, let me know, type ready in the comments, and then we can move on to intermittent fasting. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody got time for constipation. No way, no how. Matter of fact, drink up your water and lubricate that doggone colon now as we talk about it. All right, let's go. Awesome, Elizabeth. Her doctor recommended it. Perfect. There we go. So let's move on to intermittent fasting. All right, so what are the basics? What is intermittent fasting? What does that mean? That means, Nicole said, oops, ready. That means that you are cycling between when you eat and when you fast, meaning that you're not eating or you're eating very, very, very low calorie. You're consuming very, very low amounts of calories, all right? And it doesn't matter what you eat, only when you eat. So this is another one where it's not that you're counting calories or carbs or anything like that. It's just a matter of when you eat. Now, the thing about it is that there are multiple styles of intermittent fasting. A lot of people don't know that. So there are a few, and I'll go over four of them. So there's the twice a week method where you, excuse me, you eat for 5 days and then you fast for 2 days. So keep in mind that these fasting days means that you're eating around this very low. Typically, no more than 500, you're consuming no more than 500 calories for that day. Okay? So you can choose whatever days you want, whichever 2 days you want to fast, as long as there is a non-fasting day between it. So you don't fast Tuesday and Wednesday, you would do something like Tuesday and Thursday, or Saturday and Monday, or something like that, as long as there's a fasting day in between it. Or you can do alternate day fasting. So that means that every other day you're going to, again, only consume about 500 calories, which is typically about 25% of your normal intake. So on those non-fasting days, you eat whatever you want to eat, but on those fasting days, you're going to keep it at 500. The most popular one, well, actually, I'll leave that one. So another method that you can follow, or another type of intermittent fasting, is the 24-hour fast. So basically, you eat, you stop, you eat. So you are completely fasting for a full 24 hours. A lot of times it's only done once or twice a week, and a lot of people just fast from breakfast to breakfast, or, lunch to lunch, dinner to dinner, whatever. But that's how that works. The most popular one is the time restricted eating. So you hear people talk about 16-8, you hear people talk about 14-10. So that means when you hear 16-8, that first number means that that's how long they're fasting. And then, because it's total of 24 hours. So 16-8, 24, 14-10, 24. So that means that their first set, either 16 or 14, that's how long they're fasting. And then 10 hours will be the option of the time that they are able to eat. Now, again, those 16 or 14 hours that are fasted, they are basically not including too much of anything. You might have 500 calories, but it's typically, it's so interesting because it even includes, takes into account which liquids you're also drinking as well. So liquids are cool, but it can be restricted. All right. All right. Cool. Freddie said cool. I always wondered what that meant. All right. So let's talk about the good when it comes to intermittent fasting. Surprisingly, it can increase your metabolic rate by 3 to 14%. There used to be discussion that it would slow your metabolism down, but it actually has been found to help increase your metabolic rate, because they feel like the hormone norepinephrine like boosts, and that's what's going to promote fat burn. All right. It can also reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the body. So what does that mean? Everybody knows what inflammation is. We all know when we feel swollen, we know when our joints hurt, all of that good stuff. But oxidative stress means that there is basically an imbalance between the production of the free radicals and the ability of the body to counteract or detoxify those harmful effects. So it can help with that. So that's actually pretty cool, right? But what's also really cool is that it can help with reducing insulin resistance. See, I thought I was just going to tell all the bad stuff, but I'm telling the good too. All right. So anything that reduces insulin resistance is going to, or theoretically, it should help lower the blood sugar levels and help protect you against type 2 diabetes. Now, what's been crazy is that they found that people who are following intermittent fasting, their fasting blood sugar has been reduced by 3 to 6%, while fasting insulin has been reduced by 20 to 31%. So it's actually helpful again for people with diabetes. And typically, if this is followed, it should be followed by under the orders and guidance and monitoring of the doctor. All right. So let's talk about the bad. What's the bad with it? Because you're like, Krista, that was some pretty good stuff. You know, helping to increase my metabolic rate. You know, it's helping with my insulin dependency. Resistance, all that good stuff, right? But the bad is that it leads to a slippery slope to unhealthy eating habits. What does that mean? That means that when you are following intermittent fasting, not for the reasons that were just presented on the previous slide, but because you just want to lose weight and you want to lose weight quickly, that can lead to the unhealthy eating habits of starvation, bulimia, anorexia, things like that. It's like I said, it's a slippery slope because it's almost it's similar to some of the things I discussed during the Breaking Unhealthy Cycles Challenge, with not doing things that you don't necessarily like just to receive those results. So if you're forcing yourself to fast for 10 or 14 hours just for weight loss, how much more will you be willing to do? And because that can be a long time for people to not eat, it can be difficult to sustain because you're looking at the clock and you're waiting to eat, waiting to eat. So finally you say, forget it, I just want to eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it, and then you break that, right? And then because you are restricting yourself, you're not going to eat until a certain time, that could lead to mood swings because you haven't eaten. Your body hasn't had its fuel. And I don't know about you, nobody likes to deal with folks with mood swings. But yeah, that was the good, the bad. And there's actually even ugly to this, of course. One of the biggest issues is that when the fast is over, a lot of people tend to overeat because they've been waiting, watching this clock, waiting to eat, and they overdo it. And that totally contradicts the reason why you were doing it in the first place, if you're doing it for weight loss. Because we've talked about it before, where a pound equals 3,500 calories. So no matter if you ate that 3,500 calories in one sitting or spread out throughout the day, if you eat 3,500 calories more than what you're exerting, you're still going to gain weight. Period, point blank, and that's it. All right. And for anyone who's on medication, it can be dangerous for you to follow this. Most medications need food, milk, something to be able to allow your body to absorb it. So if you are on medication, this is definitely something that would have to be considered and discussed with your doctor, okay? So yeah, so Freddie said definitely ugly. So let me know what y'all, any shocking truths on those, whether they were good, bad, or ugly with intermittent fasting. And if you've tried any of these, feel free to share if you want to. No pressure at all, but just feel free to let us know your experience with it. All right. Checking the comments, making sure I'm not missing anything. Katrina says, seems especially dangerous for those struggling with disordered eating. Absolutely. That's what I said. That slippery slope can lead so far just from that. It's starvation to them in that manner. When you're just saying, oh, I'm just not going to eat. That's what they're doing. It's not like, yeah, this is something that's good for my body. These are the benefits I get from it. I'm not going to eat because I want to lose weight. And that is a very, very different, that's a different mindset that can lead to some danger. All right. So let's talk about this last one, the SMART cleanse. Let me know in the comments, does anybody know who made the Smart Cleanse popular? Who made the Smart Cleanse popular? You know, it's always, you know, when something pops up, I've always said this is my theory on there. Look at you, see, y'all knew. That's why I included it. Queen Bee had folks like, what? That's what she did to look like that. What was it for Dreamgirls? I believe it was. Jack said, I don't know, no idea. So Beyonce, I believe when she was getting ready for Dreamgirls, she wow. uh, so basically, after she lost all of that weight, got her body super tight, everyone's like, oh my gosh, what did you do? Was it Dreamgirls? What movie was it, y'all? I feel like it. Anywho, after she came out, body small, tight, everybody's like, what did you do? And she's like, oh, I did the Smart Cleanse. So what is it? It is a concoction of salt water, maple syrup, lemon juice, water, cayenne pepper. That's what you concoct. But then you also can drink laxative tea with it throughout your day. So Katrina say foolishness is what it is. You know what, Bridget? They started calling it the lemonade diet after Beyonce said that she used it, slash lemonade the album, slash it has lemons in it. Dee said it should be the desperate diet. But I felt the need to include this because a lot of people follow what celebrities do. And Queen Bee has a huge following. Y'all know, matter of fact, don't y'all tell her I'm talking about her today. I don't want the beehive after me because I ain't said nothing about the queen. I swear I haven't. Hive, don't come get me. Don't come get me, Hive. But the thing is that it is all liquid, and then you can also drink tea. Bridget said, mom's the word, right on. So what are the goods with it? Y'all probably like goods, because just reading y'all comments now, y'all probably thought I was going to skip the slide for goods, but no. Then I said I was going to give you the good, bad, the ugly for all of them. So I'm a woman of my word. Nicole said nothing. The good is it does help to achieve weight loss. So for anyone who is adamant about that scale, it does work for that. And amazingly, people said that they experience psychological uplift, meaning, and a lot of people, they likened it to when people fast for church or do their spiritual cleanses, spiritual fast. That's what they said they felt that they experienced while following this diet. All right? That's the good. Now, what's the bad? Of course, there is a nutrition deficiency. Katrina said the uplift is the delirium. That is hilarious. But of course, there's a nutritional deficiency. Not only are they only consuming, well, are you only consuming 650 calories a day, you're not getting the nutrients you need, like your proteins, your carbs, your iron, your fiber, your calcium, your vitamin A, you're not getting any of that. So of course, because you're not eating, there is an extreme amount of fatigue that can come along with that. So what's the ugly? The ugly is that there's no food allowed. It's all liquid. And because folks are losing weight so fast, because if you are only consuming 650 calories a day, think about it. Your body exerts energy all day. A calorie is nothing but a measurement of energy, right? So if I'm just washing clothes on my stairs, if I am doing laundry, if I'm folding clothes, if I'm cutting my grass, I'm exerting energy all day, every day. Just from talking to you all, I'm exerting energy. And if I am only consuming 650 calories a day, that means I am losing weight like that because I have no other calories I'm putting into my body to counteract the calories that I'm burning. And because you can lose so fast, you can get gallstones. Now on the other side, Katrina, you're funny. Because you are drinking this concoction and laxative tea, you run the risk of getting diarrhea. So Katrina said you either get constipation or diarrhea, you decide. But that's sort of what it is because you're throwing your body into situations that it's not accustomed to. Or it doesn't like that it's not set up for. It's not set to take all of this because basically, honestly, this concoction is just its own form of laxative, right? A laxative is just anything that's just going to get your bowels moving, right? And then you're drinking a laxative tea too. So whatever you put in is coming straight back out. Put it in, comes straight back out. So those are the risks of the Smart Cleanse. That's the ugly part of it. So what's the bottom line? Talk to your doctor. Yes, I agree. Katrina is killing comments. Talk to your doctor. As Elizabeth said, her grandbaby's on keto. Doctor recommended. People go on intermittent fasting. Doctor recommended. I don't think any doctor would recommend the Smart Cleanse. Honestly, it sort of sounds like if anybody's had to get a colonoscopy, it sounds like some of the stuff you might drink to prepare for that. But at the end of the day, no matter what you choose to do, no matter which diet trend you decide to follow, no matter which exercise program or anything, you should always talk to your doctor first. And I always say, you can lie to me, you can lie to yourself, you can lie to your spouse, but do not lie to your doctor. Tell your doctor everything that is on deck so that they can make a good decision that is right for you and for your specific needs. All right? How does that sound? We agree on that. And I'm drinking water, so you drink. These comments are cracking me up. Agreed, 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 agreed. Yes, I love it, love it, love it. So, y'all know what's the word of the week last week? Are you ready to get to work? If you're ready to get to work, type work in the comments. I see agreed, agreed. Yes, yes, thumbs up. I'm here for it. Y'all got me over here banging on my desk. That's right. We are talking about work. Working is the workout revolution with Crystal, which is with me. I've been able to help my clients get these results. Nothing crazy, simple diets. Well, simple, no, I'm sorry. Balanced lifestyle meals, balance. I call it a balanced diet. We don't believe in restriction. These people still eat and they are moving their bodies. You see where you get some losing inches in the arms, in the waist, losing muffin tops, all pretty quickly, right? But it's nothing drastic. It's just moving your body and eating the way you're supposed to. And while I love looking at these pictures, every time I get pictures from my clients, I always send them comparison pictures like this to show them how far they've come, because a lot of times you can kick yourself and say, oh, if you haven't reached your goal yet, oh, I haven't done enough, I haven't done enough. So I love these comparison pictures to show people how far they've actually come. But again, I have to show you, this is still my favorite. It supersedes the pictures because this was her talking about how she felt in her confidence, her going to that wedding that weekend and only wearing her stockings. But what else people were saying about me? Say working with Crystal and doing her programs have been great. Even with it being virtual accountability, Crystal makes sure to check in on you. They didn't say I sometimes stalk. And let you know if you need to modify certain foods or when doing your workouts, certain weights. I can tell a huge difference in how my body has changed over these last few months using her program. I've lost inches and toned up in addition. In addition, I am more conscious of the foods I eat and how to better balance them. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what is work? It's convenient, y'all. The workouts are sent directly to your phone via full-length videos. All you do is click a link. It is also emailed to you. All of the workouts are strictly body weight only. No equipment is needed. You still have control over what you're eating. I send you sample meal plans, alternative food charts, so you still have control over what you're eating just with my guidance, right? And then you also are in a community of like-minded people who are dedicated to making a change, right? Now, I'll tell you this, it's not for you if you want a quick fix, if you want this smart cleanse, if you're asking, can you just do that and skip the workouts? This is not for you if you just want to sit around and eat bonbons. This is not for you if you can't just commit to yourself and invest in yourself 3 workouts a week. This is not for you if you just want it to happen overnight. Now, this is for you if you say, you know what, it's time for me to make a change. This is for you if you've been wanting to make that change, but you weren't exactly sure where to start. This is for you if you're looking for a program that was designed by a specialist for weight and fitness nutrition. This is for you if you're looking for workouts that you could do quickly before the whole household wakes up and everybody needs your attention. This is for you if you know that if you are consistent, you're going to see changes that you like. Now, this is the work program almost in a nutshell, right? But what's included? I told you, you get workouts, 4 weeks of them via text and email every day, sent directly to your phone. There's 3 different sample meal plans, and the 3 meal plans are set up for whether you have no dietary restrictions, if you're vegetarian, or if you have dairy restrictions. But with that, because I don't want you to get bored, I don't want you eating the same things over and over again, there are alternative food charts. So if you need to have an idea of what you can switch out, which protein you can switch out to make sure you stay within the same macros, that's in there. If you want to know what type of grains you can swap out, that's in there. What type of fruits you can swap out, that's in there. You have your measurement laws, so you keep track of your weights if you want. You keep track of your inches, because that's what we're looking at. And then reflection journal. Right? You talk about the things that you struggle with, the things that you've grown with, the things you've learned about yourself as you go through this journey, right? Now, what else is being said about little old me? So if you are truly looking to tone, shape, or lose weight, I totally recommend Crystal Taylor. This lady here is the truth. Her meal plans are doable. The virtual exercises are a hit, and they can be done in the comfort of your home or a gym. I am in love with this virtual program. And that's important because a lot of people think that because I say workouts are for home, that they can only do it at home. A lot of people still like to go back to the gym. They just like the environment. They like the energy of it. You can still do that. Should you be going to the gym in an environment? All you got to do is pull up on your phone. You can still get it done. All right? So if all you did was regain your confidence to be able to put the Spanx away, would it be worth it to you? If all you got from it was reducing one of your blood sugar level, is it worth it? If all you did was reduce your bad cholesterol, would it be worse? If all it did was set you up to live longer, to be here for your babies and your grandbabies, is it worth it? If all it did was give you the framework for you to move on past 4 weeks, to be able to continue with the lifestyle shift that I'm going to implant in your head, is it worth it? Your investment today is only $247. $247 for 4 weeks is less than $9 a day. And again, we can all think of things that we are spending more than $9 a day on. Think about it. There's so much that we're wasting money on. And for $9 a day, I'm trying to, less than $9 a day, I'm trying to give you more life. Wait, of course, there's more. So I told you what was included. Yes, Patricia said, I like it so far because I need something portable for travel. Yes, in your email and your phone, right there, right? Franny said, it's definitely worth it. There's more, y'all. So I mentioned the community. They're weekly group Q&A sessions. So every week on Sundays at 3 o'clock, we meet together here in the Zoom. You get to bring your burning questions. I take all the questions that you got and make sure, you know, like if you need to modify some things, you're having some issues, because I like to really focus is not just on the food or the exercises. Yes, I'm here. If you're having a problem, say, oh, I don't like this exercise. I want to try something else. I'm gonna talk you into still trying it, but give me some modifications. But that's not the focus of it. Focus can be anything. What's going on in your life? What could be detracting you from staying on track, right? So the group Q&A sessions, because a lot of people are afraid or they're not comfortable asking their own questions publicly. Somebody else may. So somebody else could have the same question that you have, but you just didn't really want to, you were not too comfortable asking. But I hope y'all are comfortable talking to me now, right? What else do you get? Y'all saw that 15% earlier when I said stay around, right? You will also get 15% off everything on the Fitness is Not a Game online store. There are a gang of shirts, hats, the work booklet, the playing cards. Those are super limited right now. Hoodies. You know, like I said, everybody like a little fitness swag. I know I do. I love my fitness swag. So I threw a lot of stuff on there. I'm sure it's something for everybody. And it's stuff for guys too. It's guys and girls, unisex, however you want. So my question to you is, are you worth the investment? Are you worth the investment? Are you worth the $9, less than $9 a day to live longer? Are you worth it? Are you worth the less than $9 a day to feel better, to have more confidence, to have better sex, to improve your stamina, to clear your skin? Are you worth it? But wait a minute, y'all, I'm not done. Not done. For my first 3 people who signed up tonight, you will also get a free one-on-one session with me. That means it's not group. We sit down and we talk about nothing but you. You get me for 30 minutes and we talk about everything that you need to be successful on this journey. And that's another $40 value. So all of this together has a value of $345. But tonight you only pay $247. And Patricia says one-on-one via phone or Zoom. We do a Zoom. And I like to record it so I can go back and look at it, because I give myself homework too to make sure that I'm serving you the best that I can. So we do it via Zoom. And plus I want to see you. I feel like we can connect better that way, right? So yes. So how do you get started? Fitnessisnotagame.com/work. You're ready to work. You are ready to work. This is the time. This is the time. So I'm going to open it up. Tamika, so the one-on-one for the first 3 who sign up, and I'll go ahead, since it's Q&A time, I will jump back on screen. Let's see. All right, there we go. So for the one-on-one that you'll get tonight, that's one-on-one. There will be the option to have weekly one-on-ones. I just haven't added that one yet. But we can work something out if that's something that you do want. We can definitely work something out. But for the first 3 sessions tonight, they get one-on-one session for free. But throughout the entire work program, for all 4 weeks that you're in it, you are part of the group Q&A session. So that'll be every week. And because I believe in starting the week off on the right foot, that's why we do it on Sundays. So we can, you know, let's tackle the week and get prepared. We talk about what may have happened over the weekend, some things you don't want to happen the next weekend, but making sure that we are on the right track for the upcoming week. Excuse me, good question. Yes, Katrina, I know that's what I'm talking about. Go on, tell that hubby. You know what? I told you. When you are more, I'm trying to see how to put this. All right, this is the thing. When you are working on your body, just be real. Can I be real with y'all? Can I be honest? I'm gonna sip on Big Bertha. Let me know if I can be real with y'all. And I'm just gonna be frank. Exercising and better health leads to better sex. More reasons than one. One, because you are able to, it helps to build your stamina, works on the cardio, all that good stuff. Works on your muscles, hold certain positions, whatever. But the biggest reason why it does, because it boosts your level of confidence. You feel confident enough to go for it. You are confident enough that it attracts your mate. Everybody's attracted to confidence. And when you are walking around because you feel better, you know that you are making changes, your mate cannot not find that attractive. So it does lead, I'm just being honest, it just leads to more frequent and better. Just saying. So Katrina, go and drop those comments, and that's how you sell it. That's how you sell it. Say, baby, you know how confident I feel? You know what happens when I feel confident? If you love me now, boy, wait till I boost that. You may not be ready. Wow, Patricia. That's what I'm talking about. Patricia said she committed. Yes, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope to see the rest of you join Patricia and me. Yes, Patricia, now, well. Boyfriend won't know what to do with me. That's what I'm talking about. And that's how you tell them, like, hey, if you scared, I understand. You know, you gotta poke a little bit. If you scared, I understand. If you don't feel like you can handle, I understand. But I'm just saying, you know. Patricia, I'm so proud of you. Yes, 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 yes. So does anybody, and I see y'all loving Patricia for it, y'all come on in with her. Come on in with me, and let's keep this doggone revolution going. Let's keep putting in this work together, y'all. I'm so excited. Yes. Go, Patricia. Patricia's been in. All of y'all been in. That's why y'all here tonight. So I love y'all for it. Let's see. So are there any more questions before I let y'all go? It's late. The UK over there trying to go to bed. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Folks been up since 3:30 in the morning. Oh, well, nobody been mad at me because they say they lost some sleep. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Patricia's on board and I'm checking. All I see is congrats to Patricia. Uh, yes, about to do sleep yoga. I'm with you on that one, Patricia. Yes, yes, yes. Bridget said, good luck on your journey. Yes, it's going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yes, and now you can go to sleep. You can go to sleep now, UK. Jacques, I believe it's Jack. She said, still here up in the UK. All right, y'all. I don't see any more questions. As always, if you ever need me, you could always reply to any email. Send an email directly to ktaylor@fitnessisnotagame.com. You know how to find me on Facebook, Crystal Taylor. I'm always here to answer any question that you have. Oh, thank you. My energy, I woke you up with my loud stuff. I'm sorry. I can't help it, but I get so amped up talking about this because for real, y'all, I just want folks to get healthier. So it makes me excited to be able to talk about this and see the changes that people gonna make. So I'm just, I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole and Katrina. I feel you. I appreciate you all so much. So let's see. Yes. Oh, okay. So all my folks on here, you all will receive the replay either later tonight or tomorrow morning, and it will be available for 72 hours. That means that the deal is also available for 72 hours, but then after that, things are gonna change. So don't wait too long. And again, remember, Patricia already grabbed one of the spots to get the free consultation. So if anybody else wants to get on those consultations, don't sleep on it. It's 2 more spots. All right. So, all right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Have a fantastic evening, night, almost morning. Okay, I got you, Lady Olivia. I'll check that out. And you all have a fantastic night. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.